Welcome back to the second part of this project, and we're going to put this on our technical drawing sheets and get this completed. So the first thing I want to do is come over here to File, New, and against English, it's going to be Standard IDW. Right here it is, ANSI, American National Standards Institute, Inch. IDW means Inventor Drawing. So I'm going to double click that. And I bring it up here, and there is, of course, the paper it brings in. It's brought in a D size paper as default. Okay, I want a B size paper. All right. And what you do is you come up here and right click on this sheet. There's sheet 1. I want to right click on it, and I come down to Edit Sheet, and I want to change this to B size. Okay. Now with B size sheet, I don't need a name on it, but B size is okay. So I hit OK on that, and there's my B size paper. I've got my zones on here and everything. So everything's looking good. This title block is really big. If I want to get rid of it, I can just right click on it and delete that. And you got drawing resources up here, and I've got a title block. So I just go get a regular size ANSI A instead of the large, and it works a little bit better. So I got more room. With that, what I want to do is I want to bring that Inventor Assembly, the IAM, and bring in here. And to do that, you come over here to Base, and it automatically picked it up right off the bat. I didn't have to go get it. But go here to my drive. Keep everything nice and neat. And when I come down here, it was in week 12. Here's my assembly, open. And you can see it brought it in here just like that. It's perfect. What I want to do is I want to turn it to isometric look. So I just turn it like that by clicking on my view cube. Looks good. I want to take and make it solid, shaded, just like that. And let's see if I go 1-to-1, see what it looks like. That looks pretty good. All right. Then I can just take and move it wherever I want to. Now I have to, this is going to be my first page, and I need to put myself a, well, not necessarily on this one. We will in just a moment, but we'll leave this alone right here. And of course, you guys need to fill in your title box, and everything. You can right click on the assembly up here and go down to iProperties. And you can add in your title, your name, company, and all those things like that. The project number, stock. I mean, everything can be put into here, okay? And I definitely want you to put in the title for this and, a few things like that. So I'll leave that up to you to get all that placed in there. But for us, I want to add another sheet in this one, and I right-click right here, right on that top assembly, and do New Sheet, and it puts me in another one. If you'll notice now, here's Sheet 1, this is Sheet 2, and this is going to be my exploded view. My build of materials will be right here. To do that, I'm going to have to go in here and go File, New, English, and I want to do an IPN. Well, I double-click IPN, I can go in here and first I got to find an assembly that I have, and it's going to be the one that we just made. So come in here, have yourself organized really well so you can find it really easily. Here's my assembly. I bring it in just like that. Boom. Now what I want to do is I want to come in here and do what's called tweak components and show how this thing's actually assembled. Okay? And what I do is first I'll grab this, I'll hit tweak component, and what I want to do is you actually got to click on the components you want to tweak, but also you can grab your grips here and you can move them up, which I didn't like the way that did that. So hit tweak component again, click on the component. All right. And grab the arrow and see how I'm pulling that up. And then I want to turn it isometrically. You got to grab the arrow, and I want to pull that up. That's perfect. So I click on that. The next thing I want to tweak and is going to be this, but I also want to add in my screws. So you have to hit Control and add those, and then I'll grab and pull this up as well. Just like that. Now this needs to come up just a little bit further. Okay, so I hit my check mark. I can click on this now. It's already been tweaked, but you can actually click on the line, and I can pull it up a little higher. And we can also pull. I think that actually looks pretty good. Now the next thing I want to tweak is these screws out. Okay, and really I should have pulled those out first as this come up. So we can actually fix this. Let's go back and fix that. I'm just undoing back. When I pulled and tweaked this out, I should have grabbed these at the same time and pulled those up like that. And then check mark. I like that. Tweak. Now I grab this, and then I pull this one up afterwards to about right there. Now I'll save this. That's how we assemble it. And this would be my assembly 1.1 IPN save. And check this out. We can make a video of this, which is really cool. If you come up here, you can actually make yourself a video by clicking video. And this is where we're going to name this one. We'll call this one the assembly. Okay. Where's it going to take it to? I want to take it and put it right into where everything else is located. In 201. Come down to week 12 and select folder. And then I want to hit OK on that. And it's publishing a video right now. It's making a video of this thing being put together and then actually going through the processes of being disassembled. So let's take a look at the video real quick. It'll take just a second. If I come in here, I go to where I had it saved at. And it's 201. And right here is my, whoop, that is not what I wanted. Here's my video. And check this out. Let's see what kind of quality it is. Not bad. You guys see that? There's your video, so you'd be showing someone how to actually disassemble or assemble that. But so we got this saved, and now I want to come back into my original drawing, and I want to bring that in, that IPT right here, and it was already there and already saved. I'll turn it to isometric. I like that, and we're going to blow it up a little bit in our scale, make it look better. Let's see what 1:1 looks like. Oh, it's just too big. So we'll go to half scale, which is fine. And we're going to do a build of materials on this. And if I click on this perforated area, hit edit view, I can go in here and I'm going to make it solid. I think it looks a little better. So now let's make ourselves a parts list. And you just go to annotate, go to parts list. And when you're in here, you want to select the parts. And okay. Build a material view is disabled. Okay, just hit OK on that. And bring this over. I'm going to drop it right there. So it automatically knew when I clicked on the assembly what parts are what, and whatever you save those as is what the parts names come in as, okay? And you can put the descriptions over here. So really, that looks like everything that I want on here, but if you want to edit it, you just click on there, right-click, and go to Edit Parts List, and when you get in here, you can click on that first one right here, the column chooser, and if there's some other things that you want to add, see right, we just got the 4 items right here, but if there's anything else you want to add, you can do it right here. You know, maybe you want to add in a vendor, click on vendor and hit add, okay? And then when I hit okay and apply, it automatically puts the vendor in there, okay? So, but again, that looks really good, and we could add stuff as we need to in here. So like right here, description, the base, it could, oh, you know, one thing I really would like to have in there is material. What kind of material is this? So I want to remove that, and I'll come up here to, of course, that's a very important thing, is knowing what type of material it is. Okay, and then hit OK. Now, you notice that it says generic because none of these parts have been assigned with material. We can change that. Okay, let's say, for instance, this base right here is aluminum. We can just come in here, open up our base. It's already open, or you can do File Open. And if you go up here to Base, right-click, go down to iProperties, we can go in into Physical, and we can add in a material. And we said aluminum. Let's just do a 6061 aluminum. Apply, close, and save. All right. The bearing itself, right-click on it. We can go up here to iProperties and go to Physical. I want to change this part to stainless steel. Okay. We can call it 440. Apply, close. All right, and save. Make sure you save those. The screw, I'm not worried about that one right now. The base, the cap, and we'll make the cap out of stainless steel as well. Right-click, iProperties, Physical, and come down to stainless steel. Apply, close, and save. And you can see it gets the color of that too. So when I come back over here to my assembly, see how it updated? Aluminum, 6061, stainless steel. This is a very, very smart software. So whenever you do this, your material is already saved, and you can actually grab and you can pull the parts list, and you see what I'm saying? You can draw it in closer if you don't need all of that room. So it saves you a little bit of space if you want to put description in or however. So once you get all of this in, we need to put balloons on here, and just click on balloons. You can do an auto balloon. I just like doing them individually. You click on it. It's smart. It knows. Right-click and continue. Number 3 is the cap. It's smart. If you click on this, number 2, kind of keep them in parallel to each other. It just looks a little better. And then the last one would be the screws. And there's number 4, there's 2 of those. So really cool. So do that. We got that in there. Now, all you have to do on the rest of the pages is you're going to go in and you're going to make sheets for your cap, your bearing, your base, and all that. So again, right-click up here at the top and go New Sheet. This one I want to bring in my base, Place View, Base. I want to come in here and I want to pull in the base, and I'm going to put the base up here, up there with the solid, and just the isometric view of it. Then I'll bring the base back in, and then I'll do my orthographics, and then put my, I'll turn it to the front there. And I can do this 1-to-1 on this. Should be able to have enough room. So there's that. Okay. And if you hit project up here, you can pull it to the side. Right click, create, and I can do the top, project. And then what I need to do is I don't need these to be solid. So you go back to the one that you originally started with, and then you right click, go to edit view, and then when you get in here, you can go back to a hidden line and take off solid. And that way it looks just like that. And then you want to go in and do all of your dimensioning on it. Don't forget, annotate. Don't forget to put those center marks where your holes are. Okay, anything that's got the hole, you got to put a center mark. Okay, here's holes that's going through this way. You put a center line bisector in, and you just click on one line, and then click on another. Y'all see that? You do that for everything, and then you dimension everything that shows your height, depth, and width. Make sure you get all those dimensions in for someone to make this. So we get all this in, right-click, new sheet. This time I'm bringing in my bearing. And on the bearing, again, I like to put an isometric view of it up here in this little corner. That's really small. Let's go to 1/2 inch on that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looks good. Okay on that. Again, I want that to be solid, so I'll put that in. And now, base view, I come back into it, and I want this to be in the front. I want it to be 1-to-1. I only need 2 views in my orthographics here. I need a front view and then OK, and I'm going to do a section view on this so you can see the interior of it. So a section view, you click on it, you get lined up in the center, you bring it straight down, right click, continue, and then you're going to bring it over. There it is. And then I need to make sure that this is not shaded. So it's going to look something like that. And this one the same way. I don't want it shaded. I want it just like that. Okay? So looks pretty good there. So go ahead, make sure you put all your center lines in and then put all your dimensions in. Next, I want to go in and grab, of course, the last couple of components. Before I do that, I have to go in and make another page. Right click here on assembly, new sheet, base, bring it in. It's going to be my cap. Open and turn it like that. Bring it up here. I want to make sure it's on solid. About 1/2 scale. Bring it in here up to the top right. And then we'll bring the rest of it in on orthographic. I'm just going to do a front view and a right side view of it. Turn it around. And let's do 1-to-1 scale on that. I think we'll have enough room. Put it there. Okay on that. And again, I don't want that shaded. So when I do my section view on this one, find the center of it, straight up. Continue, bring it over. Put all of your dimensionings in on this one. And then the final one, you'll go in and you'll have your screw. Or you could have room on here and you can split the page and you could have a spot for your screw. Now, if you want to split the page, you do start sketch. Get you a line. And I'll catch this point right here. It don't catch, but you get it really close to it. Eyeball it in there where it's touching that line. Finish sketch. And it puts a line in there for you. Just make sure that you denote in here what this part is. Just write it in here. And then down here, you can bring in that final component of what's the screw. Okay? And you bring it in, 1-to-1. Bring you a shot of that in there. You can bring that there, however you want to do it. And then come down here and add add in the information that you need to add in there for your orthographics. There we go. And you can double click. You don't have to right click on those for the views to work. And then again, I'll bring it in and we'll do a little orthographic work on it. Turn it to the front. We'll be fine. We'll put it down here. It's good. Then we'll project a shot over. Okay. And again, you'd want that to be, if you double click it, it gets you in here too. Take off the shaded. And you can go in there and make sure whenever you're annotating these, like the thread, you've already got that in there. You can go to hole and thread and just click on it, and it'll automatically bring it up. So smart software. So again, you'll notice you've got 5 sheets. There's sheet 1, there's sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, and sheet 5. And I want you to dimension all this, accordingly, so that all this this assembly can be created and made. Okay? So if you need any help with this, just let me know.